So I'm shopping in ShopRite, and I'm at the coca counter, and I thought my number was called, but it wasn't. So this dude, yeah, this kind gentleman here, I was first. Fucking said, go ahead. Fucking chivalry is fucking dead. So maybe I shouldn't have posted this because I'm getting some comments. Not a lot, but a few. It's just called common courtesy, man. I was ordering one thing and he just like, no, I was first. What the fuck? If that happened to me and somebody had one thing, I'd let them go. Because I'm just easygoing, like, go, let me hold the door for you. Old people, forget about it. But don't start saying, yeah, women ruined, equal, women ruined chivalry, women. Kiss my ass, my opinion. So.
She tried to shame the man, but it backfired on her. This is what happens when older women think they're entitled to the good things in life, and when they don't get what they want, they crash out.
I am turning 30 in a month. Never had a boyfriend. I've been single my entire life. I've had a string of situationships, and I actually feel okay about it. I lie. I feel okay about it. Some days I go down the rabbit hole of what am I doing? And other days I'm like, I love my life. It's really nice to be selfish and not think about anyone else apart from what I'm eating at my next meal and what I want to do after work today and what am I going to do on the weekend. And I have just deleted my dating apps and I actually feel really great. Like there's less head noise. I don't scroll on my phone as much to swipe through people who I will match and then just not talk to. And I think it kind of empowers me to be a little bit more brave in the wild because I try to gamify and make it fun for myself to put myself back out there. My friend suggested doing a dating sprint. And so during these periods, during this month, you really lock in and you really date intentionally. And so if you're on the apps, you pause after you match with 3 people and you really see those people through. And so I think I want to do that, and I want to post, I want to make fun of the guy less online and actually sit with my feelings. So this is to holding me accountable.
Give it a few more years. All those smiles and coping will fade away. She'll realize soon enough that having a partner would have been better than eating alone and planning the weekend.
Can I be vulnerable with you for a second? Because I don't know who can relate with this, but if you're anything like me and you just over pour into people and then they just totally leave you neglected, it's one of the worst feelings. I just don't understand. I don't understand it because I have so much love to give. I have so much love to offer. And I swear these people don't want my love. I swear y'all ain't ready for my love. I swear.
So much love to give, but the men keep rejecting you? It's either you have a stinky or you nag so much that any man will say no.
Whoever said that living and working for your career and striving to be a boss babe for my entire life, I was adamant on pursuing my career, and I've pursued my career. I've been able to live in some beautiful places in Argentina, in Colombia, in Mexico, in Spain, and now in Bali. And it is lonely as hell. I am living in this 2-bedroom villa and I fucking would rather just have my babies and have a family. I don't know what sort of brainwashing that social media and feminism has done so well to make me think that this was the dream.
The ultimate regret. She lived the dream abroad only to admit she was brainwashed and would rather have her babies and a family.
I am a very independent person. I pride myself on, like, I can do anything alone. You've seen me talk about it on here. But I'm at a point in my life right now where I am arguably the most successful I've ever been personally. I own my own home. I'm in my dream show in Las Vegas, about to start a top secret new project that is the first of its kind. Been doing commercials left and right. My social media is starting to kind of take off. I'm more financially secure than I've been in many years, all doing things that I built myself. But at the end of the day, I come home to my house that I bought myself. And I have nobody to talk to about any of this. I have tons of friends and lots of you in my DMs, but at the end of the day, I am still home by myself.
She goes on for another minute or so about how she doesn't have anyone to share her success with, and basically explains why she's tired of being alone. Well, that's the price you pay for choosing that path. Feels more like she's trying to justify where she is now.
So, is there anybody who is actually single anymore? Because what I've noticed is I attract married men, taken men, men who are confused on what they want to be or who they want to be. I mean, like, where is the single man? Where is the black, godly men who go to church and actually really do serve the Lord? Because I don't drink, smoke, or cuss. So where is those men who are on the same level as me, the same vibe as me, who would love to do long distance for now until we figure out things, or who would not be biased against long distance? A man who loves kids, a man who puts his woman first, gives her attention, is consistent, and doesn't play mind games. Like, is that a thing anymore? Is there really any, like, godly black men? For real. Because all I've met is people who are in relationships that try to talk to me. I am single. I'm looking for my forever, my best friend. I'm not wanting to talk to somebody who's married. That's wasting my time. I'm already 39. Just turned it. I've wasted so much time on people who are actually not looking for anything. They're actually not consistent, and they don't know how to keep a conversation going. So if you ain't him, stop reaching out to me. Have a blessed day.
I am single. I'm looking for my forever, my best friend.
Yeah, we can tell that. Holy shit, that's one of the most delusional requests I've seen in a long time. And trust me, I go through hundreds of clips in a day.
Okay, is it that men just don't want to commit anymore? I was reading an article on that the other day. It said it's like the new norm. Like, it's okay for men not to want to commit anymore like they used to. Or is it that they have too many options now with all these dating sites and, you know, women willing to be in open relationships? But what I know for me is that I really don't know if I'll ever meet someone of substance that truly wants, you know, what I want. And it's sad. You know, I never thought I'd be going through this.
You can sense that she was trying so hard not to trash younger, prettier, and hotter women who men prefer rather than her.
The number one thing that confuses me about dating right now is that it feels like a lot of guys like me, but they don't want me. Like, they're physically attracted to me, they might like talking to me, they like all my stories and everything on Instagram, they might send me a DM every so often, but no one wants to actually make an effort to create something substantial with me. No one wants to make any sort of commitment, no one wants to plan dates, and I feel like I'm in such a weird period. Sorry, there were people, but it just feels like I'm in a weird holding period with a lot of these guys who are definitely breadcrumbing me, stringing me along, making me think that they're eventually going to make an effort. I just have to give it time, and I can't rush anything. There was one certain guy that we had been on 2 dates. They went really well. We were talking, we were FaceTiming, and I tried to plan a third because he hadn't yet, and it had been 2 weeks since we had seen each other. So I tried to plan a third, and he told me that he thought I was forcing it, and he was like, it'll just happen, let it happen, like when we can see each other. I'm like, plans just don't happen out of thin air. Someone has to plan it, and clearly you're not. So I was told I was forcing it. So I don't know, it's very confusing to be liked by many but wanted by none, and it's kind of sad.
So I just have a question. Where are the men? Genuinely asking, from a woman who is single in her 40s. I've done the dating apps. I've done it. I'm done with it. I'm done. But I've noticed the last couple of men that I've dated, gone on dates with, they want to be chased. They want to be courted. They want to be the woman. When did this happen? Why did this happen? When did this happen? Where are the men that actually want to be men and be gentlemen and be chivalrous and be respectful and want to do all the manly things? Where are you people? Honestly, where are you people? I don't understand this. It's like they are waiting for me to ask them out on a date. They're waiting for me to say, oh, are you available Friday night? Hello. When did this happen? And I'm talking about middle-aged men here. I'm not talking about guys in their 20s. And honestly, maybe I should start dating younger people. I don't know. But I'm talking about middle-aged, over-the-hill, balding men. And there's nothing wrong with going bald, by the way. I'm just saying, like, you're past your prime. And yet you think you should be the one being chased. You know, I would like to be in my feminine energy and be soft and pink, but I can't do that if you are in your feminine energy all the time and you're being soft and pink. It doesn't work that way. I don't want to be in my masculine energy. I want to just not have to think. I want you to call me and say, hey, are you available Friday, 8 o'clock? I'll come pick you up. Great. What is going on in the world? I'm out here on Long Island. For those of you that don't know, it's in New York. Where are you people? Where are you masculine men? Where are you? I don't know. I just don't get it anymore. It's crazy. Anyway, that was my little rant. But genuinely asking, where are you people?
I'm 31 years old. I live by myself. I pay all my own bills. I pay for my rent, my insurance, my car, my this, my that, my student loans. And I cook and clean. And I work out. And I take care of myself. And I look good. And I show up for my family. And I show up for my friends. What makes you think that I'm impressed by, come over and chill, we'll figure it out? Next.
Do you know what I've realized, yeah, is that men are starting to like have standards.
Lower it.
Because guys, yeah, this guy literally, oh wait, the sun, oh wow, beautiful. Guys, I can't see, but I think I look beautiful. Guys, yeah, one of the guys that she was talking to was like, oh, so what are we gonna be? And then Candy was like, vibes. And he said, what's that? And he never spoke to her again.
The problem is that they're realizing I'm wicked too fast. You get?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get my New Year's kiss. If they knew me slowly, they would have kissed me. But they asked me, what are we gonna be? I said, baby, we're gonna be a moment.
Where are the men in the middle? Like, I'm talking between 38 and 50. Are you guys just not divorced yet? Or what? Because on these apps, you know, the dating apps, I either get the people that are in their like early to mid 20s asking if I like younger men, or I get the people that are like in their 60s, and I'm like, No way in hell. Why would you even message me? There's no way at 60 years old you want to start a whole new life with somebody who has 2 young kids. Like, get real, right? So anyway, where are you guys at? Like, where are the younger, like, where's the middle-aged men? I'm thinking they're just not divorced yet, but it's okay. I can wait.
The dumbest thing a man can do is date a single mom, and I'm saying this as a single mom myself. The only exception to the rule is if the man has kids himself and he's a single dad. That's the only rule that is the exception. And I say this because, one, it's fucking stupid as a man to take on somebody else's kids when you don't have kids of your own. Now, do I think it makes women less valuable? No, I think that's a stupid rhetoric. But the idea that you're going to get emotionally attached to someone else's kids, and then if you break up and never fucking see them again, y'all are stupid. But not only that, it's like, as a single mom, I don't want to date somebody that doesn't have kids because he's not going to be in tune to automatically or naturally or organically be the dad. But also, if I didn't have my daughter, I wouldn't be out here trying to date a man with kids. Like, I get the logic behind it because I'm not going to be emotionally invested in somebody else's kids. Now, in my opinion, if he has kids and I have kids, then we're both equally risking the same thing if it doesn't work out, if that makes sense. Like, me as a single mom, I would never date someone with no kids. Like, so I don't know why women get so offended when men are like, oh, I don't date single moms. Like, I totally get it as a single mom myself. There's too much risk and not enough reward. Okay, bye.
Dating in your 30s in Orange County, it's rough. But being Asian makes it even worse. Let's talk about it. So I'm Asian, and I'm 5'8", and I'm fit. I go to gym, I go to bars, and I joined running club. And I even had my own hiking group. But guess what? Guys, they just stare and they don't talk. And I don't understand. I mean, is that just the Orange County thing? I don't understand. Most of the guys who actually have the guts to talk to me are either way too young or they're just not my type. And I'm just so sick and tired of American hookup culture. You can be in your 30s as a guy and who doesn't want to settle down, who don't really want to build up a family, who don't really want to have a stable relationship. In my culture, in China, we don't really have a dating phase. Like for us, we can just, hang out for like 5 times and we have to decide, if you wanted to be with me exclusively or not. And if you don't want to be in a relationship with me, it's fine. We can just move on. We can just, move on to find someone else. We don't waste other people's time. And we are dating to marry, not dating for fun. So it's very interesting to see that even local American women who are struggling to find a solid relationship here. Well, I guess, I don't know. I live in Irvine for a while now, and I've been thinking, moving to somewhere else. And I don't know, should I move to San Diego? Should I move to LA? Because I refuse to believe that all men are like this. Where should I move to? Do you have any ideas, any tips, any suggestions? So if you have already met the one, would you mind sharing how and when it happened? Because right now I really need a little reminder that love is still out there. Thank you.
I just need to vent because why am I always the second option? Every single time, I swear. I'm always the backup option. I'm always the option until a different option comes around. And I get it. I have a complicated life. I'm headstrong. I have 3 kids. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a single mom with 2 baby daddies. I understand all of that. It's not an easy situation. And the ones that I, want to give me a chance, they just treat me like shit. And then the ones that I'm not interested at all, those are the ones that are like, there's some of us out here that are trying and you just aren't giving us a chance. Well, Bob, you're 67 years old. What do you want me to do? Of course I don't want to give you a chance. Yes, I'm not dating my father. What do you want from me, Mark?
You're sexualizing my body before you even have a conversation with me. What do you expect from me? User 6547829118512. I don't even know your first name. Who are you? What do you look like? Of course I'm not giving you a chance. Like, let's use our brains a little bit here, guys, okay? The only people I actually give a chance are people that I've had face-to-face conversations with. Even if we haven't met in real life, we've FaceTime, we've been on the screen, we've been face-to-face with each other. You can't connect over a DM, especially if you're not even my type in the first place. I don't know who you are. We're not friends. You don't have a profile picture. Your name's not in your bio. And your username says Big Daddy Mac. Hey, can I take you out to dinner? No, who are you? Of course no woman is going to go out on a date with you. But when you actually have a conversation or you're talking to someone and then they pick somebody else, that's when you're justified in saying, you know, I never get picked or whatever you guys want to complain about. Women don't feel safe. That's why they're not going out with you. It's not your personality. It's not that you're ugly. You haven't made her feel safe enough to go out with you. Stop blaming it on the women when it's probably your own doing. You know, I get picked second though. And I see them in person or over the phone or FaceTime. So that what does that say about me, I guess?
I'm going on a second date with a man who does not know I have kids. When I decided to date casually this year and I set up my dating profile for that, I chose to not put on there that I have kids. I chose not to tell any of the men that I had conversations with that I had kids, and I did not tell either of the men that I went out on a first date with that I had kids. And the reason I'm doing this is because I do not want any weirdos seeking me out because they want access to my kids. I have 2 daughters, so I think the right person will understand. But also because I do think I deserve to be seen as more than just my situation. I've been through a lot, and at the end of the day, if someone does get far enough along on a journey with me to where they do find out that I have kids and everything about my situation, if they choose not to move forward with me, that is perfectly fine, because my main goal in life is never to get married. So if I do end up never getting married because of everything in my life, that is fine, but it doesn't mean that I can't have an experience going into my 30s of, you know, dating casually, you know. So second date, do I tell him, do I not tell him? I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna tell him that I have kids, but I don't want to speak on it too much because I don't want my dating experience to be about that. But I'm teetering the line of being dishonest, and I'm not a dishonest person. So what do you guys think?
Guys, can we just talk about how expensive it is to be single and not in a relationship? Can we just talk about that, right? Everyone goes on, you know, all these haters online on the videos talking about dating, and we want to try and find rich men. We're not trying to find rich men. We're trying to find men who've got a good job, who can support themselves, so we don't have to support another person. Okay, I've got 2 kids and me that I'm supporting solely, right, with food, clothing, everything else that goes with it. But can we just talk about how expensive it is to be single? Okay, so I have to pay my house, my rent, mortgage, whatever else we're paying out on my own. Normally, if you were with a partner or you were married, you would split that. Or if you're lucky enough to have a partner that earns enough money to pay for you, then obviously they're paying for the whole thing. But in general, for most people, that would be half the amount of money. And then obviously council tax, that would be halved. And then all the bills halved, food shopping halved. I mean, it is really, really expensive to be single, isn't it? It's so expensive to be single. Part of me thinks I should just be in a relationship just to save money. I'd do all right then. I'd be okay then. Has everybody else just realised this? How expensive it is to be single?
I am so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I just can't do it anymore. I really can't. So I'm going to try my hardest to make it on this app. I am part of the TikTok shop program. I bought these little, it's like a 25 pack of little Jesus. I brought them to work today and I gave it to my coworkers, and they were all so pleased when I gave it to them. You could give these as gifts. You could leave them places as a gentle reminder that Jesus does love you. It does say it on there. I think it's a good reminder for sure. But if you guys could go and add these to your cart, even if you do not want to buy them or you cannot afford to buy them right now, they are $9.99. They are on sale right now. I would greatly appreciate it. You are helping a single mom out. You're supporting a movement for Jesus as well, because sharing that Jesus loves others and sharing the gospel are very important. And that is one of the reasons why I chose this item. So if you could add this to your cart, if you could share this video, you could like me, follow me, I would greatly appreciate it.
You know, a long time ago, y'all, I used to be a strong, independent woman. But now, I need somebody. I need my significant other. I don't care what y'all say, I need him. A lot of y'all be like, I don't need nobody and all that. No. I need him. I sure do. I need him. I need him to be the man. I need him to be a man to help me take care of these kids. I need my other half. He's my other half. I hope whoever this get by, whoever For You page I come on, I hope you have a man that you truly can love and that can show you a different side of love. Like, I hope you find a man that can lead you the right way. I hope you find a man that you allow to be a man and put his foot down. I hope that you find a man that can lead the household. Yeah. Well, you ain't got to say nothing. You get your ass in there and all you doing is cooking, cleaning. That's really what you doing. You know? You ain't really got no worries or nothing. You ain't got to worry about, is the bills going to be paid? I hope you find that type of man. Because, baby, me, I need my man. I'm just going ahead and tell y'all that now. I'm going to go ahead and log out. Thank you.
And when it comes to people talking about how they hate men this, they don't need a man for this, I shut up. I zip my mouth because I do. I don't want to have to do this alone. Like, I do need a man. I do want a husband, and I do want to be a wife. Like, I don't subscribe to that propaganda against women and against men. Like, there is going to be bad men out there, yes. Okay, you're going to come across a few of them. But there are great men out there, and you going to get one if you believe that, and I'm going to get one, so I will not be on the hate men train. I never was on it.
Is there any hope in dating? Because I kind of give up. It's too much. Even the people that I don't really care about that much, like, the rejection fucking sucks. It's like, I feel like I'm so trapped in my hometown. Like, people that could maybe be worth it aren't willing to date anybody outside of where they live. And I don't want to date anybody where the fuck I live. You know what I mean? It's tough. And being a single mom doesn't help anything. I don't know, it just feels like life is like, fuck this fucking end of year, Christmas season, blah.
One of the realizations I've had in my 20s as a single woman who has no intentions of settling down anytime soon or being in like a super long-term committed relationship is that no amount of career or financial success will ever compare to a marriage or kids. And this is not for me personally, but it's just in terms of like not just society, but also in like friendships and stuff. Not that my friends haven't been supportive. I have super supportive, modern, forward thinkers as my friends. But a marriage or weddings or children will always supersede every other kind of achievement. So a part of being single and alone is having to celebrate yourself every once in a while, is having to keep drawing attention to you. Not that I want attention from everyone, but always, decentering the conversation about marriage and children in my life or in my conversations. So I celebrate every single milestone. If I work on a really big campaign, I'm always calling my friends over and telling them like, come, I'll treat you, or like, come, let's go for dinner to celebrate this. So that I don't feel behind in my life myself. Even when I talk about how happy I am being single, the kind of comments that I get on my videos are always like, oh, like cat lady incoming, oh, she's going to be miserable in her 40s, or don't get too comfortable at like 40 to 50. You are going to be depressed in your life, and you need to use your good years when your body looks good, when your face looks good, when you have market value. That's the time that you have to be like actively dating so someone picks you. Luckily for me, none of these antics or tactics work, only because the vision that I have for my life is much bigger than just having a family or just being a mom and wife. Not that these are not important. I think these are one of the biggest responsibilities that you will have as a woman, but also I want to be a lot more multi-dimensional, and that's not my focus. So I always have to remind myself that my life still matters, and I also have to remind everyone, hey, I'm single and so are some of my friends, and all of our lives still matter. Our birthdays matter, our achievements matter, and just because we don't have a ring on our finger, I mean, I do have the Aura ring, but just because we don't have like an engagement ring, or just because we don't have any man in our lives, doesn't mean that our lives are not moving forward. It's just, I guess, a constant reminder for myself and for everyone.